What up, people? It's your boy Master Judy out here with another comic review. So we got Red Hood Outlaw 45, and I took me time to read this. I've been busy pretty much all day, um, but I thought I'd get this review out before I go to bed. But many people have had an issue with this, but I haven't. I think it's good that Scott Lobdell is getting what he wants out of the ideas that he never got to really fruitfully flesh out in the New 52. Um, and considering that his run is ending in 5 more issues, it's kind of fitting that he gets everything done. But let's get to it. So we basically have a vision of him basically being trained in the past, how he's going to find Essence and bring her back. This was in the past. Dukra, which is the woman that trained him, the all cased and whatnot, basically saying, "You're going to make me do this alone." It was her final trial, Jason. She failed. There's simply nothing left to be done for her. Don't throw both your lives away because you can't accept the truth. I don't disagree, old lady. Let's talk about it when I get back. Boathead. So, that's how he was like. I really like the artist here, Paulo Pantalina. Yes. And of course, Scott Lobdell's on the writing. So the last time we left off, there was a huge coup, and we basically have these beings called the Untitled, which infect people. And they've now realized that they can do it through immense joy, as opposed to anger or despair or any other negative emotions. So they're attacking both Jason and Bizarro. Jason seems to be wearing the latter half of his old helmet. Me thinks we might get a comeback of the old helmet. So we got this other guy, I think his name is Captain Glory, and he's basically helping them out to give them backup. And so they're trying to take down all the Untitled. Unfortunately, my man has been scarred. And Jason's like, "This is my own fault. Dukra and the All Case taught me how to hunt the Untitled, and I walked away because I wanted revenge against Joker and Batman. I found them anyway, hiding amongst humanity, living off them. I thought we killed these things off. That was wrong. I wonder if is that Ra's al Ghul? Not sure. At least Artemis isn't here. She's got to be framed better than me and B." But meanwhile, Artemis has decided to go undercover to protect this kernel of basically her homeland. And we see that he tells his men to run for your lives, and Artemis is like, "As a heartless dictator's go, that was almost noble. Thank you." And meanwhile, Essence is like, "She's Artemis of the Outlaws. I recognize her despite her disguise." And Essence is like, "Pay attention to the battle at hand." So they've been fighting, basically. And Artemis gives my girl right here a sweet-ass kick to the stomach. It's like, "Not a problem, Essence. Trust me." And Essence like, "Cares for me. The body I borrowed might not be up to the task." It's like, "Jason told me you were trapped in your blood blade. How did you escape?" "I didn't. Not really." It's like, "The Untitled are afoot, Essence. I have no time for your mysteries." So she's getting ready to just take her down. But then she morphs back into basically Jason's old flame, Isabel. And that takes Artemis off guard, which gets her to get stabbed, basically. And she's like, I happened. I needed a human vessel, and I thought it was only fitting to take one our mutually beloved Jason held so dear." So everybody wants a piece of Jason. Every chick does. But yeah, she gets stabbed. Meanwhile, in Albul, which is where they are, all the humans got away. Now we just have to fight the no-names. And you just say, "Okay, we don't ever accuse you of not being subtle. We still have to find a way out of here." Me will ask, but not nicely. And we just see, unfortunately, the General Glory here has been infected with the Untitled, and it removes Jason's mask. So he's like, he must have been infected. Read him, he's been possessed. The Unspoken. Until this moment, thought you were a myth, the leader of the Untitled. But why would he dare unless... So apparently it seemed that the leader of the Untitled has taken over General Glory's body. They are not attacking, just waiting. But for what? The obelisk we were looking for. Yes, we just found them. If I had paid closer attention to Dukra, I might have known what these things were for. Ouch. Meanwhile, Artemis is getting cut up, unfortunately, by Essence. And she's like saying, you didn't have to get involved. You didn't have to get involved in this. And then Artist was like, Jason is my friend. He was your friend once too. And he's like, you think I take that lightly? It is the reason I insisted on coming after him, which was a couple issues ago in the 30s. It's like to stop him from whatever evil I sensed him planning. And Artist was like saying, you were wrong, Essence. There's no way in hell Jason would ever threaten the world. And you of all people should know that, which is true. But Essence is not having any of that. She also says the blade can only draw the blood of the guilty woman. So don't try to come off as holier than thou. I'm not buying it. And Artemis, remembers how she used to work for Lex. I've been trying to atone for the things. I will not be judged by you or your rusted butter knife. And she's like, I have no time. I have no more time to waste. But then we see something. We see that this woman right here, by the goddess, thank you for assistance. But who are you? You know, child. Say my name. Mistress. So she's managed to get back her axe. People might say, oh, that's a bit of a Deus Ex Machina, but hey, it is what it is. And she's just punishing Essence right here. Meanwhile, we have to remember the My Villain Academia kids are here. As you know, the Brain and Monsu and Mola came to see Ma Gunn. They're in Marlboro, New York. So it's like, are you to be our new instructor, Monsu Mola? Please tell me you ride on a unicycle. Where it's like, I think he's cute for a gorilla. So all the kids are here, and Malgun and Brain are consulting. I think Cloud 9 is Cloud. Devour is going to devour himself with self-loving he's not killed him. Vessel is still angry at being underestimated. Don't get me started on DNA. Smaller Jews say, what could go wrong? The little one is going to be the death of all of us. This is the most poorly conceived idea in the world. They are children, Ernst. Get to know them. They might still surprise us. So I wonder what they're planning. Meanwhile, the obelisks are activated and Jason's saying that we're not running. But not far, outside of the scale of the power circle. Fair. Oh no. And so this weird place comes up. It's like, what happened? It opened up, but this is impossible. The only entrance to the Chamber of All has ever been in the Himalayan mountains. The All case protected it for centuries. How could the Untitled have opened it up here? And so Bizarre's like, this is bad. A mythical labyrinth. The Untitled can use it to travel virtually anywhere in space, time, and space. Way worse than bad B. So that's the end of that. And I want to stop it right here because of the weirdness. I think this is a weird page, and it kind of describes it. I like the issue, but I think that people have, legitimate gripes on it. I think that given the time frame, this might be a little bit too much put into one issue. I think that might be a little bit disingenuous. But then again, I attribute it to the fact that Scott Lobdell never really got to venture this far into his New 52 stuff when he was writing it, as there were many creative differences, I think, at the time. But I did like the Artemis and Essence fight. I did like Artemis getting back her axe. It'd be cool to see that. There was great action, In standard comic, I like it. But I'll give this a 7 out of 10. Could it be a miss from Scott? Well, all writers have a miss. Even though I liked it, this might be a miss. But that's neither here nor there. So thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notifications and make sure you're notified. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics and get your views on them. Thank y'all for watching. Hope to have more videos up when I can. Peace.